What's going on, guys? PlayBox here. We're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. So in this one, I want to go over my top 5 favorite units that have released in 2021 because we're coming to the end of the year and I just want to go through like my top 5 favorite units that have dropped this past year. There have been many units, of course, all with different mechanics, different unique abilities, blah blah blah, whatever. We went through some major celebrations like this current one, Legends Festival. We had the, I think, $100 million celebration a couple months ago, anniversary, of course. And then of the beginning of the year, we had the New Year's / Christmas banners or whatever. So I just want to go through the top 5 units that I personally liked the most, had fun using the most, and yeah, I just want to go through my top 5 as we close off the year. One thing I want to note, however, is I'm not going to be including the characters from the part 1 of Legends Festival, basically. So that involves UI Goku, Jiren, and the Pride Trooper and stuff like that. And that's mainly because he dropped like in November, right? So he still had a month left in the year to like kind of use him and stuff like that. So I would still consider him a 2020 unit. I mean, he is a 2020 unit. He dropped in November, right? But most of his like playtime was more in 2021, right? If I were to consider him, he would I think most definitely be just like number 1, because I think even now, even though I don't use him as much, he's still one of my favorite units. Just his whole dodging mechanic, UI Goku. I love the Saiyan version of UI Goku so much in the show, and then they did a pretty good job incorporating the dodge mechanic in the game. Unfortunately, he is easily like the worst aging LF in the game, mainly due to his freaking low ass defenses, which really sucks. But like I said, he's still one of my favorite units he's definitely still fun to use. It's just that he doesn't do the most damage and he dies literally by a tap blast. So with him out of the way, let's just hop straight into our top 5, and we're gonna be starting off with Revival Goku. I'm joking. This guy does not make the cut on my list, that's for sure. So let's start off for real with Super Saiyan 2. I'm joking. This guy's not even a 2021 unit. Why is he even here? All right, for real, it's going to be Demon King Piccolo, the purple one, the transforming one. This might be a bit surprising because I don't think I've done many videos with this guy. I mean, his initial video and a couple regen videos, but this guy's actually extremely fun to use because I use Powerful Opponent very often, especially like from when he dropped to like even recently. I use Powerful Opponent a lot, and he is like a mainstay on the Powerful Opponent team. Maybe not so much now with like Rose and stuff, but this guy is so freaking cool to use, and it's mainly because of the way he like transforms. Get 100 key, full-handed cards. You can just start a combo. His transformation is honestly one of the coolest transformations in the game, with him like eating the Dragon Balls and then, well, not eating the Dragon Ball, but spitting out the Dragon Balls and then transforming. Easily one of the coolest transformation, and he just works so well. I mean, he's actually like, when he dropped, he was a very solid unit. I think he dropped with the yellow Broly, right? I remember with summoning for him. I mainly wanted the Broly, right? I did like 3 multis and I didn't get the Broly, but I got this guy and I was a bit disappointed because I really wanted that Broly, right? But little did I know that this guy was going to be the true gem of that banner, and he aged perfectly compared to the yellow Broly, who honestly really didn't see any playtime other than being a powerful opponent HP buffer, right? But this guy, he's definitely one of my favorite units to use. He's a lot of fun to use, especially on Powerful Opponent. Powerful Opponent, just in general, is like a fun team to use because you're just mixing up all the like villains of the Dragon Ball series, putting them all into one team, and then just going at it. So this guy definitely makes the cut, and it's probably one unit that you probably wouldn't expect so much from me, but this is definitely making the top 5 on the list. So coming in on number 4, we have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta. So this guy, surprisingly, it's pretty funny because this guy, I just pulled him recently on the Trunks banner. So it's kind of, you'd be probably thinking like, oh, how is he so high, like in the top 5 favorite unit of 2021? Even when I didn't have this guy, just watching gameplays of him and then playing against him himself, I just thought he was such a cool unit. Like, I really like the fact that like he's the only unit for now, at least, that has this unlimited, quote-unquote, unlimited key, where the more you use it, the more cards you use after a certain threshold, right? You just keep getting key, keep getting, and you stack damage as well, which is insane. Like, can you believe this guy with card draw speed? Oh my god, he would be comboing forever. And it's just such a, like, it's a cool concept. I'm so really surprised they actually bothered to even introduce this sort of mechanic, like someone that has like unlimited key. So it's pretty damn cool. And his anti-revival mechanic is very good as well, right? Like, he was a perfect counter to the hybrids meta with the Cancer Trinity. But his biggest problem before was his teams weren't that great. Like, he was individually a top 3 unit in the game without question, but his team was definitely holding him back, which is why even against hybrids he was having some bad matchups. But like this guy, you pop the revival on Revival Gohan, then you go type neutral, and then you just obliterate FSK in 3 blast cards. Revival Gohan is gone in 1 blast card, and then the future Gohan's not gonna tank much. You just toss your ult at him and he's dead. So he was a really good counter to them. But like I said, hybrids was a stupid team, is still a stupid team, and his teams weren't up to par against them. So that's why. So I really want to get him to higher stars so I can use him even more. I'm still using him a lot in the higher ranks PvP, and he's definitely fun to use. A very good solution to the current mono purple problem we're encountering in PvP. So this guy's your go-to for that. So let's move on. Coming in at number 3, we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So this guy, I pulled him only once during the anniversary, right? And I was super hyped. You probably can go back and see my summons video. I pulled him within the first rotation, and I never pulled him after that. But I popped in 3 LFZ power into this guy. 3. We got from, I was saving up 1. We got 1 from the Hoi Poi, and then we had another Sparking Limited Brave Banner, and I used them all on him. And guess what? He was trash. He was very underwhelming for an anniversary unit. But me being a Fusions main, I would still be using this guy. Even if he wasn't, like, the best. His anti-revival mechanic wasn't that great. You get 2 Dragon Balls and, what, 20% health. So, and then for a defense type, he wasn't very tanky even during his 60% cut. His 60% cut was decent, right? But, after that, he was just not tanking whatsoever, and then his offenses were very lackluster, right? Which was unfortunate. But a couple months ago, we got the greatest equipment ever bestowed upon us, which is his unique equipment, and that just completely changed this unit. Like, I don't think we've ever seen such a drastic change in a unit ever. Excluding Zenkai's, of course, but this guy just got 1 equip and went from nothing to one of the best, if not the best unit in the game. And I would honestly argue that prior to this Legends Festival, he was probably the best unit in the game. Like, it's not that far-fetched to say. Like, obviously now with Goku and Vegeta, they're undisputed best unit in the game, and it's not even close, right? But this guy was, before them, top, if not the best, a top 3 unit easily. And even now with the abundance of purple units, this guy still puts up a fight. He's easily the best green unit in the meta, and he's one of the best units that can counteract the mono purple team, even despite being a green, because he does go neutral 3 times and then once on his main ability for 30 counts. I think it's 30 counts, right? For 20 counts. So, and then he's paired up with Majub, and then you can throw in like the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and that's a yellow green setup that works pretty well against mono purple, and it's just pretty crazy. He's definitely a fun unit to use even prior to his plat equip, but now with his plat equip, he's just so much better, and it's actually enjoyable to run this guy, which is an awesome feeling, because we're definitely missing out on that despite him being an anniversary LF. So I'm glad they gave that plat equip, and we're gonna move on to, you guessed it, I mean, I don't think you guys guessed this, but Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, the yellow one, the free-to-play Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. This, I'm very comfortable in saying this is, he's easily the best free-to-play unit we've ever gotten, and that's excluding like the free Zenkais that we have like in the shop and stuff. But even comparing to them, he's definitely up there. There's just something with yellow units that I think yellow probably is like my favorite color in the game. Like my favorite, like I don't know, I just feel like a lot of the units that I like are yellow. Like this all probably started from the yellow transferring Vegito. Like he was probably he still is like my top like 3 easily favorite unit to of all of the history of this game, right? I'm desperately waiting for Zenkai, but he's like definitely one of my favorite units, right? And so I think that's where it started with my yellow, quote unquote yellow favoritism towards this color. But yeah, this Goku Black is actually like insane. He has the strike draw. He does so much damage, strike damage, especially because he gets a lot of strike specific damage like in his main ability. But yeah, he just does so much damage, and him being able to draw a strike card every time he well, I don't think it's a strike. Is it a strike card or just any card? I kind of forgot. Yeah, it's a strike card twice. It's pretty much a mini Vegito Blue effect, but you need to have the opponent bleeding, right? But he also gets extra damage on his per cards used, right? It's just his kit flows very well together, and he actually is a very good replacement if you don't have Future Gohan. But Future, like he's definitely not better than Future Gohan. Like I've gotten Future Gohan to higher stars, and I clearly see that I was downplaying him back when I had him at 2 stars. But yeah, Future Gohan's a beast in his own. But this Goku Black, they definitely they did a very good job with him, especially him being a free-to-play unit. Like honestly, like when you think of a free-to-play unit, you don't think of like a very good unit, right? Like we don't really get good free-to-play units. Like the only couple of times we did get one was, I would say, back during the 1st anniversary. Like the Red Vegito was insane, a top 5 unit because he was paired alongside Super Vegito. Green Kid Buu that dropped right before this guy is also a very good unit. Rowberry has endurance for an EX unit, and as a free-to-play EX unit, that's like insane. Like they do good jobs with these EX units. Even Kid Goku, the first free Zenkai we've got, was the best unit in the game when he dropped. So like they definitely know how to make good free-to-play units. It's just that they don't do it too often. Like you can see with the new Code Goku that we got, he's just outright trash, right? So they definitely pick and choose which units they want to make good, and this guy definitely got the good treatment, and he's just freaking awesome, and I love using him. If he had the green Goku Black's animations for like his strike card and like his green card, that would have been so clean. Or even the LF Rose, if he had the animations of those units, that would have been so clean. But unfortunately, they gave him Red Rose's animation that are freaking lackluster. Even when Red Rose dropped, his animations were trash. Not his ultimate, of course, but his like strike animation was just garbage. But it is what it is. He's still definitely a fun unit to use, and like I said, my 2nd favorite unit. Next to, you guessed it, Gogeta Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, Gogeta Blue, whatever you want to call him. This is my favorite unit of 2021, and this guy is just, he's just too cool, man. Like his animations are crisp, his strikes are crisp, his green card, man, his green card. I think his green card is the closest thing you'll get to like a guaranteed win in this game, and that, I mean, that was more so like a couple months ago, maybe not now, but dude, landing his green card is easily the best feeling you'll ever experience in the game ever when you're playing it. You get, let me just scroll through his green card, because in case you guys forgot, let's go to his green card, right? The God counter. You know why? Because it literally counters God. So counters when enemy tap attack, tackle, strike attack occurs while you're activating, while in fighting pose, right? You draw a strike card. You restore 40 ki, 50% damage inflicted. Attributes upgrades are cancelled and inflicts all enemies with no switching. So you basically remove all their buffs, remove all their damage reduction, unless of course it's cancelable, uncancelable. Sorry. You remove all that so you can just hit through the cover. You get 50% damage, just in case you didn't have any damage, right? Because it's not like this guy has, oh my god, can I scroll? It's not like this guy has the best stats in the game or anything, right? Nothing too crazy, just 263 strikes and 257 blasts, right? It's not like he gets 60% damage up to like 120% damage stacked completely, but just throw in an extra 50% damage just because it's not enough. It's never enough. And then you get 40 key to just, you know, just to continue your combo. And I remember when he first dropped, a lot of people were complaining that, you know, he's a melee type and he doesn't have card draw speed, which, you know, it's a pretty fair complaint, right? Like most melee type units don't get card draw. Get card draw speed, right? And I honestly still think he does need it because his combos are very short. But you can definitely see why they didn't give it to him, because he does just so much damage. And he just starts stacking damage and damage. And he has his nullify enemy cover, right? So you don't have to care about anything. You just keep clicking them cards and just keep doing damage. And then when you even land this green card, so when you land this green card, you're able to chain in three or four, I think it's 3, maybe 4 cards if you don't pop your melee ability. 4 cards just straight up, but 3 if you like, you know, 2 to 3 if you like sidestep or use some tech, right? But you could just easily just pop this green card, go in for a strike card, and then just pop his supreme damage ultimate. And it just does so much damage. His ultimate, by the way, I think prior to like Trunks' ultimate, I think his was like the hardest hitting ultimate in the game. I could be wrong, but like he gets so much damage. He gets 60 here, right? He gets 20% here just when someone enters the battlefield. Okay, so that's 80, right? Entering the battlefield. And then he stacks it up until he stacks up 50. So that's 130 damage inflicted. And then you stack up 5 ultimate damage, so that's 30. So 130 just damage straight up, and then 160 ultimate damage. Let's say you just pop this green card for fun and you land it, and that's 50% more. So what, 160 plus 50, 210. So definitely some good damage, and then an extra 30. So that's 240% damage to his ultimate, man. That's just, it's just stupid. This guy is definitely one of the most fun units to use, especially when you land those green cards. And he's just one of the coolest looking units to use as well. So I can't wait for them to drop a transforming version of this unit, because he's going to be clean. And with all the speculation going for part 2, we might see an ultra version of this guy. I mean, definitely open to that. But we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my top 5 units of 2021. Drop a comment, let me know what your favorite units are from this past year. There is a bunch of different units, like I mentioned, so I hope to see some diversity. Not everyone is picking the same unit, but you know, if it's your favorite unit, it is your favorite unit, so I can't really do much about it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, because that shit is so important, so don't forget. Other than that, have a great day. See ya.